So I couldn't resist showing you this really. We're back in the back cave, which as you can see is carnage at the moment. It's a complete mess. As I've been racing against the clock to get the boat ready, and when I got home I took the old Delphi filter and I sawed it in half with a hacksaw. And that's what it looks like on the inside. And you can see that the mould has penetrated almost to the bottom of the filter there. There it is. Shagged out. Here's the new filter. I got two, of course, because they're cheap. Change them every 3 months. Oh look, new seals, fantastic. New seals, new filter. That's more like it. Come on then, let's just get straight on with it. My oil pump, water separating funnel, my service kit, some oil, the new filter there installed in 1000. So, I'm going to pull this off because I've got a new one. Yeah, there it is. Little donut shaped O-ring. Must we get to put that back in. First things first then, I've got to drain the fuel. I've just gone to plan B for draining the fuel because it was taking an age through that pipe, and not surprising. Look at the different colours of the fuel in the tube there. There's the clear fuel and that which must be water and sludge. I'm just using my little oil pump to the engine oil there to get out what I can. It's going to take a while because even this this filter, this funnel with a filter in it is clogging up. So in a moment of sheer divine inspiration I found this old 4-inch long stick roller in the boatyard, just lying around, and as long as I can get... This is a new roller that I had in the car. Just needs a little bit of fettering. Stuff people throw away. This is still perfectly usable. Quite reach far enough for that. Gotcha. Let's put it back together. How shall I do that? This vent, I tell you what, I see things and I think, why? Oh, so the vent here, I mean, you know, it should be a loop with one end lower than the other, and we've got a dip in the middle, you see there, so it comes to the underneath the cockpit seat, and then it dips, and then it goes over a loop, and it comes down here. It's no wonder there's liquid in it. There shouldn't be anything in it, of course. Not diesel, not liquid. So I'm just going to dick around with that. It's just another... Oh, tell you what, I'll be glad to get out of this locker. I've spent enough time in here now. Okay, so where we've arrived at is the fuel tank is now clean. The vent is now a bit more sensibly sighted, orientated, so it isn't going to siphon out the tank. Now I'm going to fit the Delphi filter. That comes with the kit, you can just see it on there. I've already put that on. I'm just going to stand that in its hole. And when you get the kit, you don't get 3 O-rings, so if you've got, and the idea is, I suppose, that if you've got the filter that doesn't have the glass bowl, then you have enough O-rings. If you have the filter that does have the glass bowl, you have to reuse one. Or, as in my case, I bought 2 filters anyway. They're cheap enough. And I saved 2 of the O-rings out of the old one. So, that just sits on the glass bowl. There's the seal that kept popping out. You can see it's holding in there at the moment. That top seal and that bottom seal are different sizes. There's not a lot in it, but it is, I think, if you know there are 2 different sizes, it's quite obvious that they're 2 different sizes. So that one just pops in, then the glass bowl goes on there, then that one pops in, then that goes on top. In the filter kit comes a little donut. I mentioned it earlier. I'm going to put that down somewhere if I can. That little donut and that goes up on the spigot up in there, as long as you don't drop it in the bilges whilst you're faffing around. Up on there. Oh, I'm getting diesel leaking out. There, it is on. And obviously that seals the circuit for the filter so that it all does what it should. So that's pretty much ready to assemble. You can just see the seal up in there. Look, just got to make sure it is there. It goes on, but it won't stay on. So I'm glad that I spent a bit of time to press that seal in, because if I was having to wrestle about with that, can you imagine what it would be like to try and do this at sea? These are not really designed to be serviced on the go, I have to say. Just an 11mm spanner. And I'm going to tighten it. I'm not going to go crazy. Now people say, don't go crazy, you'll crack the glass bowl. But I'd have to tell you, as long as it's all aligned properly, you would have to really crank that up to crack that glass bowl. That's the seal is definitely in place there, all the way round. I know the seal's on the inside. It's a winner. Now, what I'm going to do is undo this nut and then do what you should never do. I'm going to suck on it. So I went with the bleed bolt in the end, nearest to the top. Some fuel flowing through there. You can hear it. So it's starting to siphon down into that now. Just stick that back in there so that when it tops up, there it is. Look at that lovely clean filtered fuel. And soon it will just start to out the top there, and when it does, the filter is bled. Come on, keep going. There we are. Beautiful. Not making a seal anymore. Hasn't done for some time, I would say. So note to self, never change the fuel filter at sea. What a nightmare that would be. I don't think we're leaking anywhere there. I don't think so. I'm going to keep an eye on it. Oh, hold on. Maybe we are just a bit. Yeah, we are. All right. I'm going to tighten up that bolt again a bit more. And then I'm going to service the engine. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to start with the easy bit, which is the oil change. So easy. Nothing's ever easy, is it? But this should be. So I've got my little brass hand pump here, which is the recommended method for doing it. So in the end, I've gone with a sump nut. You shouldn't do, but I need to get this done now. And I can't imagine. Well, we'll see, won't we? We'll see just how wrong I am. There's something spring-loaded in there. So it's this thing. It's not spring-loaded. Doesn't seem to come out. Maybe it will. Let's see. Oh, hold on. It will. Yes, it will. Oh, it's a filter. It's a filter, look. Oh, now we've got some oil flow going on, look. Wow. It's a filter on a spring. So the oil is drained. There don't appear to be any locating marks at all on this little filter. I'm just going to pop that bad boy back in there. There it is, look. Doing exactly what it did before. You know, I'm not sure why they say... Well, I guess they say use a sump pump because not everyone has enough room under the engine to do this. Maybe on different engines. This is a 1GM10, remember? I think on the 2GMs they say that you can bugger something up if you take out the sump nut, but That doesn't appear to be the case on this one. I say it doesn't appear to be the case, typically. What will happen now is I'll go 100 yards down the river there, on an ebbing tide or something, and the engine will go beep, pop, 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 and that'll be that. That is done. Now I'm going to get that filter off, and this bad boy here was worth every penny of the $2.99 that I spent on it. It just goes on there and you can wind the filter off. Good. Something that hasn't been over tightened. Yeah, there is. More bog roll quick. So I've gone with genuine Yanmar parts. You don't have to do that, of course, but I'm just going to lubricate that seal. And be careful not to cross-thread it. You can tell it's not cross-threaded because it just spins really easily. What I generally do with vehicles is just bring it up to the seal like that and give it a bit more. Because if it leaks, I've probably got about 2 full turns on that to take up the leak, and sooner or later it will, probably, you know, it might not. Sometimes if you get them right they stay sealed and that's it. It's just one of those things, you check it, don't you? You check it regularly, make sure everything's okay. My next trick, I will refill it with oil, because that has to be next on the list, otherwise I'll forget. Mobile Super 1000. It's the stuff. It's the stuff of Yanmar dreams. Get in there. Now, it takes 1.3 litres, which is nothing, is it? So what I'm going to do is empty this into it, put the cap on, and then I'm going to crank it over with the decompression lever up just by hand to circulate the oil, and then I'm going to dip it and see what it looks like. Beautiful. Actually, that's really easy. It's really easy. I think I'm going to do the impeller next, because that's like a very simple, isolated little job. I'll just get that done. I managed to find an adjustable that would do this. Just a word on those little nuts there that go in the little bolts that go in the impeller. They are short. Just nearly dropped one in the bilges. I'll show you when I get this one out. I thought playing a violin was difficult. Get your fingers up in here. There, see? Very short. Put that with the other two. Do you think it's time to change the impeller? Maybe? Yeah, we'll change that then, eh? Wow. How have I got away with this? How have I got away with it for a year? Oh dear, I don't know. There's the replacement. I didn't notice that it had a flat on it in there, but it does. Which is handy because there's a flat there as well. Okay. Where are the other legs? Where have they all gone? God. That should go in like that. Aha, okay. Okay. It's important there, that's why we need to observe the rotation. It's important to fold these the right way when you're putting it in. Would turn that way. It rotates anti-clockwise, so these have to be folded that way when they go in. Small size, do the same thing on the impeller. Now it turns anti-clockwise, so I have to fold these that way, and the flat is at the top there, I think. Yeah, it's a bit of a fiddly job. I think that's it. And now I'm just going to hand crank that engine and watch it go in the correct direction. Yes, like that. Look, beautiful. Okay. It's all fully back in its little housing. Jesus, look at that thing. Okay, there wasn't really anything more interesting to see there, because I had to work quickly because I had impeller lubricant as much as I could get in there actually, oozing out. So all I've done is change the gasket, fitted the impeller and checked the rotation, and now I'm just putting the nuts back in. So for my next trick, it'll be this fuel filter, which I just know fuel is going to piss out of as soon as it comes loose. However, I have turned the fuel off back at the quarter turn valve there. So, okay. So given the state of the fuel tank, this is the filter that I wanted to see. There is some sediment in the bottom there, look. But the filter itself is actually pretty good. Okay. Kit, you get a replacement genuine Yanmar filter. In there, and of course an O-ring to replace that one. Ring, look, see? That kind of sits in the middle, so it's hard to get it wrong unless you wobble it about. So, filter in its little hole, locking ring on, the whole thing together as one. And you can actually feel when it locates. So. There we are. Beautiful. So I've done that up finger tight. And all I'm going to do is get my little grips and literally just put not even an eighth of a turn on there. Beside the dipstick here there's a priming pump, see? Here it is, priming pump. And a bleed screw here and here. So what I've done is opened that bleed screw, wanked the priming pump until there's diesel coming out of here, then closed it, then opened this one and done the same thing until it's just spurting out of there, and closed it and nipped it up. And now what I'm going to do is follow the pipes down to the injector and do the same thing, just crack that off and make sure I'm getting no bubbles coming through there. So this is clearly a bleed screw. I'll start here, undo that one, crank it until fuel comes out. We should be good to go then, really. Here we go then. Batteries to both, ignition on. When I've switched it off, I'll check for leaks, top it up with oil, and we are good to go. Okay, well that's me for today. That's been a very productive day today. I've serviced the engine, done the oil filter, done the fuel filter, cleaned out the fuel tank, put some fresh diesel in there. All that's left to do is add the treatment and some more diesel. I'm using Marine 16, and an £8 bottle of that will do 2 high dose treatments for the tank, so that's perfect. I'll do that. And dip the oil and top it up. Took a while for the oil pressure to come up, didn't it? That was a bit scary, but I had a feeling that that was what it was. So anyway, I just brought the revs up a little bit, brought the pressure up. Bob's your uncle. When I brought the revs down again, the oil warning didn't come back on, so it's fine. So top the oil up, put the diesel treatment in, put some more diesel in, good to go. And I can hand start it now. I've done it. It's actually a piece of cake. What a great little engine. Alright, see you next time.